We believe in God. Has anyone seen God? No. None has seen God. As such, we are all searching for the unseen God. This search has been going on right from the primitive man. Is it we end up just in belief only, or can we perceive the God? God is embedded into religions. That means, is God the same as religions? Or is God different and beyond religions? Can we look for answers to our questions on God in religions? Hopefully so. Let us listen to what different religions say on, does God exist? If he exists, where is he? How does he look like? What is he doing? First question. Is God a myth? We may find an answer to this question in Buddhism. Buddhism is the fourth largest religion in the world. Considering the number of people who are inspired by Buddhist principles, some say Buddhism is the second largest religion in the world. One of the disciples asked Buddha, does God exist? Buddha avoided the answer, i.e., according to Buddha, it is immaterial whether God exists or not. In Hinduism, there is a philosophical sect called Charvakas. They are rationalists and atheists who do not believe in God. Second question, is God a concept? We may find an answer to this question in Jainism. Jainism believes in God, but does not believe in the concept creator. According to them, this universe is neither created by anyone, nor sustained by anyone, nor destroyed by anyone, but is self-existent and runs on its own cosmic principles. Okay, third question. Let us assume God exists. If so, where is God? The following could be some possibilities. Possibility number 1. Shall we assume God exists in heaven? When we are in trouble, we spontaneously look at the skies for help. Does it mean God exists in heaven? Possibility number 2. Shall we assume God exists in hell? Some religions believe God tortures in hell non-believers in their religion or in God. Does it mean God exists in hell? Possibility number 3. Shall we assume God exists in holy people? The following quote supports such a view. We find in the Bible, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the sons of God. Matthew 5-9. We find in Hinduism, knower of God is God. Vedas, Mundakonishapad 3-2-9. Possibility number 4. Shall we assume God exists in all humans? Let us examine this in more detail at a later stage. Possibility number 5. Shall we assume God exists in all life? Hinduism supports such a view. God dwells in all living beings. Bhagavad Gita 18.61 and many references in Hindu scriptures. Possibility number 6. Is God omnipresent? All religions which believe in God support such a view. Does omnipresent mean the whole of Earth, where we all live, or the solar system, or the whole universe consisting of an infinite number of galaxies? We all know each galaxy is infinite in size. Scientists say the universe is still expanding. That means creation has not ended on the sixth day of creation, as some religious people believe, but is a continuous and endless process. There could be more life, and even more intellectual life, than us on other planets in the universe. Therefore, this Earth, where 7.5 billion humans and trillions of other life exist, is only a tiny drop in the whole universe. If that is the case, where shall we search for God? Let us examine the following possibilities. Possibility number 1. Most of us believe God resides in heaven. Then, shall we imagine one of the most beautiful and enjoyable planets in the sky is heaven, an abode of God? But the description of heaven in each religion is different. Then, in which heaven shall we look for God? Possibility number 2. Different religions say God is very close to us or within us. In the Bible, it is said, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. Luke 17-21. In the Quran, it is said, and we, Allah or God, have already created man and know what his soul whispers to him, and we, Allah or God, are closer to him than his jugular vein. Quran 50-16. In Hinduism, it is said, God is in and out and is spread everywhere. Narayana Sukram 5th Sloka. And God is in each and every atom. Vajra Namakam 9-8. Possibility number 3. Different religions say man is God or soul is God. In the Old Testament in the Bible, God said unto Moses, I am that I am. Exodus 3-14. And it is I am he. Deuteronomy 32-39. In the New Testament in the Bible, when the Jews questioned Jesus, "Being a man, why do you declare yourself to be a god?" Jesus retorted, "It is not written in your law, I have said, you are gods." John 10-30, 10-33-34. That means man is God. In Hinduism it is said, "This Atma, i.e. soul, is God," and also, "I am God," and also, "Thou art that," Mahavakyas. When religions say so clearly that God is either very close to man, or God is within man, or man is God, then why are people searching for God either in heaven or elsewhere? Is it because we don't have belief in our own holy scriptures? Or is it because it is easy to search outside rather than inside? Or is it because going to church or mosque or temple is only a first step? Or is it because religious leaders are not stressing or don't want to educate the followers on these aspects mentioned in their own holy scriptures? Or is it because religious leaders are afraid of losing their importance? Or is it because man is labeled as born sinner? Or is it because it is difficult for the common man to realize the God within himself? Or is it because man does not want to accept that he himself is God, or God is close to him, for fear of restraint on his freedom to commit and enjoy sin, or cruelty, or wrongdoings? As said above, religions say God is everywhere. When God is everywhere, why are we not able to see him? Here's an illustration. There is butter in milk, but we can't see the butter in raw milk. When we boil milk, make it curd, and churn the curd, butter floats on buttermilk. Similarly, to perceive or experience omnipresent God, we have to struggle with intensity, sincerity, and firm and unshakable faith and devotion. Next question. If God exists, in what direction can we find him? East, west, north, south, downwards, upwards, or in all directions? When you light a candle, the light spreads in all directions. So also God radiates in all directions. Next question. If God exists, what is he doing? Creating, sustaining, destroying, or amalgamating or recreating? Or taking rest after creation? If God is taking rest after creation, as some religions believe, then who is sustaining his creation? Or is the creation self-sustaining? Is God judging, rewarding, or punishing humans? Or consequences follow our actions, good or bad, in a routine, natural way, like the karma philosophy, as believed by Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and Sikhs? We all have experience of this natural law in this materialistic world. Is God blessing humans only? Bible gives us scope to think so. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." Genesis 1-26-28. Or is God blessing all life? In the Quran it is said, Allah is exalted by the birds with wings spread in flight. Each of them has known his means of prayer and exalting him, and Allah is knowing of what they do. Quran 24-41. In Hinduism, there is a repeated mention of welfare of not only human beings but also birds, plants, and animals, and protection of environment in Rudra Namakam 10-3-5, and in a number of Shanti slokas. When we look at what is said above in the Holy Scriptures, we get a doubt. Why is it God has a special attachment or care for the most selfish of humans on this earth, while earth is only a drop in his total creation? Is it the Holy Scriptures are God sent for the benefit of his entire creation, or exclusively for humans on this earth, or are these Holy Scriptures man-written? Even on this earth, is God concerned exclusively about a particular religion, only a particular country or region, only a particular race, only a particular city? These doubts arise because of repeated reference to such aspects in some of the Holy Scriptures. In the Quran, it is said, "The religion in the sight of Allah, God, is Islam." Quran 3-19. Jesus Christ, Messenger of God, said, "I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Matthew 15-24. Also, Jesus Christ empowered his 12 disciples with healing and other powers and instructed them, "Do not go onto the road of the Gentiles or enter any town of the Samaritans. Go rather to the lost sheep of Israel." Matthew 10-5-6. Maybe God sends his messengers at different times to different places, depending on the situations, to specifically address people in a particular region and to preach and reestablish the righteous path whenever unrighteousness ascends, and to set right to that particular country or region. Has God sent only one messenger or a number of messengers? According to the Bible, the creation dates back to about 6,000 years. According to Islam, God sent about 124,000 prophets. In Hindu scriptures, it is said, "Whenever virtues subside and wickedness prevails, I, God, manifest myself. To establish virtue, to destroy evil, to save the good, I, God, come from age to age." Bhagavad Gita 4-7-8. Jesus Christ said, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." Matthew 5-17. All the messengers' preaching is true and insists on righteousness, but expression could be different depending upon the people of the age and place. We find in the Bible, "The inclinations of a man's heart is evil from his youth." Genesis 8-21. We find in the Quran, "For man's very soul incites him to evil unless my Lord shows mercy." Quran 12-53. As the inclination of majority of the people is towards bad, the importance of being righteous is lost in due course. This probably necessitates God to send his messengers again and again, and is an endless process. Otherwise, is it not the first prophet that should have been sufficient? Let us not forget that all God-sent messengers speak the truth, a glean of the truth. There are so many religions: Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and many other religions on this earth, which is an atom in the whole creation. Then, will there not be a very large number of religions in the whole universe? God must have sent messengers to other planets in his creation. We will know more about these in a few years when we interact with the aliens on other planets. Maybe religions will then have a relook of their holy scriptures and start accepting God's greater plan, rather than thinking of supremacy of a particular religion. Is God bound by any particular religion, either on this earth or in the whole universe, or beyond all religions? Does any religion have monopoly over God? Maybe addressing the all-pervading and infinite God as my God is leading to all this confusion and egotistic feeling. All these doubts and questions arise as we think God is concerned only about humans on this earth. Next question. Is God blessing the whole universe? Mother loves all her children. Similarly, the Creator God naturally loves the whole universe. To think that God is concerned only about the humans on this earth is probably a reflection of the human selfishness. After worshiping God, Hindus end their prayer with, "May everything in the universe be happy, and may there be peace everywhere." Next question. If God is real, can we completely comprehend God? All religions say God is incomprehensible, i.e., we can neither completely imagine, nor understand, nor experience God. The Jain philosophy of Anekanta Veda and Sveta Veda put forward that the truth or reality is perceived differently from different points of view, and that no single point of view is the complete truth. A small story explains this in a simple way. 6 blind people wanted to know how an elephant looks like by touching. As the elephant is too big, each one of them touched one part of the elephant. The first blind man touched the trunk and said, "The elephant looks like the stem of a tree." The second blind man touched the leg and said, "The elephant looks like a pillar." The third blind man touched the ear and said, "The elephant looks like a hand fan." The fourth blind man touched the stomach and said, "The elephant looks like a wall." The fifth blind man touched the trunk and said, "The elephant looks like a pipe." The sixth blind man touched the tail and said, "The elephant looks like a rope." The elephant is so big for all of them to touch completely, and hence described the elephant according to which part each of them touched. Whatever each of them described is right, but not complete. So also, the visualization, understanding, and experiencing of God by different saints and prophets is true, but not complete. Therefore, the description of God in any of the Holy Scriptures is true, but not complete. The next question. If God is reality, then what is his form? It is interesting to note that monotheistic religions which believe in no form to God declare a specific location to God in heaven, and also a seat which suggests a shape and size to God. Besides, the Son of God sits by his side in another seat. It is also interesting to note that polytheistic religions like Hinduism declare God is formless and nameless and is present everywhere and in every atom in the universe. These religions further declare, God manifests himself in any form, and by any name a devotee prays him. Lastly, God is different from religions. God is embedded into each religion. God is beyond religions. Can any religion have a monopoly over God? Religions describe God more or less the same way, i.e., omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, infinite, no beginning, no end, and incomprehensible, impossible to completely visualize, understand, and experience. Differences in perception and approach to God by different religions are probably due to this incomprehensible nature of God. Every one of us has his own belief. I have my belief and you have your belief. Can I say your belief is wrong? No, certainly not. Based on my belief, I can neither question others' belief nor find fault with others' belief, as a belief is a belief only. May God shower his divine light on every one of us to respect another's religion and practices, while every one of us loves and is proud of his own religion and practices. Diversity is in nature. Hence, to whichever religion we may belong to, let us all pray together and put forth our sincere efforts to live together in peace and harmony. Without peace, human existence itself will be a question mark. We have seen the religious wars and destruction of life in history. We are also seeing today the religious fights and the missionary zeal of some religions to convert. All these are happening because of the vested interests who think, interpret, and propagate their belief is true and others as false. This is a serious threat for peace and harmony in the whole world. May all peace-loving people come together, think impartially, and act together to strengthen unity in diversity. May there be peace in each of us, all of us, and the entire universe.
If you like the video, please subscribe, like, share and comment.